Okay, so basically, I'm bored. I've got a little time on my hands, and this Spider-Man shelf really needs to get up and going. Hello guys, what is up? Welcome back to another more. Today, we're doing another shelf display video. Today, I am finally doing my Spider-Man display. We have already previously done the X-Men display, the Villains display, and my Avengers display. So today, we're finally doing my Spider-Man display. I'm super happy. I've got a bunch of villains, and I've got my perfect Spider-Man for the shelf. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get straight into it. But first, you guys know the drill. Gonna have to take off all this stuff and dust it. In the process of taking off my figures, I knocked over Cyclops and Havoc. Okay, so now that everything is pretty much for the most part dusted and cleaned up, we are going to start putting down our figures. But first, we need to decide what versions of the characters we want to be using. Now, first off, for the big villain, we have Green Goblin here, and I just got the new retro carded Green Goblin. Review is should be up on the channel. By the time of recording this, it's not. By the time this video comes out, it should be. So go check that out. But I also have the MCU Goblin, so I'm not very sure which one I want to use. But since I'm kind of going for a more classic design, I'm going to go with the new retro carded Green Goblin that I got. So sorry, Willem Dafoe, you're out. Now, for the next big villain of Spider-Man, Rogues Gallery, we have either the comic book Doc Ock or the Alfred Molina Doc Ock. And I really love this new Doc Ock that I got, the Alfred Molina one, because he has the bendy wire tentacles and stuff. But I might go with this one. It's up in the air for these two. But the rest are going to be a mix of comic book villains and sometimes MCU villains for like Carnage and Electro and Sandman. So, yeah. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started on putting the figures down. Okay, so I'm thinking I want to have Green Goblin here, like in the middle as the big bad of the shelf. And I also want to have, like, Carnage, because he's a big fella, you know. I want to have him over here in one of the corners, line up Goblin. And I also want to have it's either between the Vulture or the Dr. Octopus in that corner. I don't know, let me think. Almost forgot the little pumpkin bomb for Storm and Norman over here. I was in the middle of rewatching the new, Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire and Willem Dafoe, so that's why I was kind of inspired to do this shelf now. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to put the Vulture over here, maybe like that. That looks kind of cool. Okay, so I'm not really a fan of how I put the Vulture in, but it's gonna have to do. Now I'm just adding some other villains, like I've added Dr. Octopus, Shocker, and Morbin Time over there. And we've got like a bunch more villains. I'm really loving the pose I got the human fly into. I'm gonna have to squeeze him into here, right there. I like that. I'm trying to add the spot in here, but I also don't want to have him take up too much space because I don't really care about him. So maybe I'm thinking right next to, yeah, right there, then I can hide him behind Shocker. I've put in his little Miles accessory right there. I'm really loving how this is coming out right now. Got Hydro Man over here now. Next, I'm going to be working on Molten Man. I need some fire effects for Molten Man. Come over here into my effects bin. I have this fire effect. Guess we could use this. Oh, hey, I need this too. This could work. Now we have the glider for Jack-o'-lantern. Okay, so I've got Molten Man, his own little section over here. What if I like put like that flame effect there, and then this flame effect there, covering up his foot? I think this is too much, but that Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. The shelf is already getting really, really big. So, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to fit in all of the characters, which kind of sucks. If we do get to that point, I'm definitely taking out a spot first. Because, there's some other people that I really, really want to put in this shelf. But I'm going to try and get them all in. But if I don't, Spot, you're leaving the shelf. Sorry, bud. Buckaroo. Okay, so I've got Jack-o'-lantern on his flight stand, but I'm kind of wanting to put him over here where the Spot is. So, Spot, sorry, buddy, you're gone already. Haven't even gotten to like the... Oh, that was not a nice sound. Trying to squeeze him in here. This is gonna be brutal. This is brutal. Somebody is gonna fall over. Oh, did I just save it? Oh yeah, I did it. Oh, come on. Okay, so these are the figures that we have left that we kind of need to squeeze in, so this is gonna be kind of tough. Okay, so I moved some guys around. I put Hammerhead is now over here. I put Hydro Man, and then I put Sandman in front of Hydro Man. Honestly, I'm tempted to get rid of the Vulture in the back. I'm not sure though. Okay, I've got Tombstone in the pose that I want him in. I just don't know where to put him. I'm really debating on taking out the what's it called? Vulture right now, because he's kind of pissing me off, and you're starting to like barely see some of the characters. Okay, can't forget good old Venom. All right, let's get him into a nice symbiote pose. I might use the Eddie Brocticle's head. Yeah, no, this isn't working. I'm gonna have to take out Vulture. I won't even be able to fit in Spider-Man at this rate. Okay, Vulture, time to come to Papa. Let's see if I could do this with no casualties. Oh, please, no casualties. Ouch. Yes. Okay, no casualties. Oh, I forgot to stand. There we go. Okay, now we have to find out how I should resituate everybody else. I'm really debating on using the comic book Doc Ock, but I'm not sure. Because this Doc Ock, I hate my life right now. Oh no! In the process, I knocked over Rogue on my X-Men shelf. Dang it. Okay, fix. Alright, I think I've decided on using the movie Doc Ock, and I'm going to have him stand on his tentacles. I think that is going to be really cool. Oh, yeah, that's amazing. And it allows for more room for other characters. Can't forget Razorback. I still don't know what this guy does, but he just looks kind of weird and cool. Okay, there we go. Now we have more room for all the other characters. Also have Silverback, or what's his name? Silvermane, I think that's it. Don't really care for this figure all too much. His legs are really loose, and the biceps kind of annoy me because they're also kind of really super loose. So just gonna kind of find a spot to put him in the back. Okay, I've kind of just put him in the corner over here. Not really doing too much. Yeah. Down to our last few figures. Should I use the fisted hands or the open hands for Electro? I'm gonna have Electro here in kind of just a standing up pose with his electrical effects. If I can get them on, that would be quite nice. I was blanking for a little while on what to do with Electro and his effects, but I think I finally got a good stoic pose for him. I think that's nice. Okay, that is pretty much it for the villains, but I do have one last finishing touch. Couldn't forget JJ over here, the biggest Spider-Man hater there is. We cannot forget the main man himself. So for this shelf, I am using the Maximum Spider-Man instead of using the likes of like the Mafex or the Renew Your Vows. And here we are, guys, the Spider-Man shelf in my collection. But we do need one last thing, and that's Spider-Man logo. This is the old one that I used for my last Spider-Man shelf. I had it set up right about there. But for this one, I feel like we need a new one. And to do that, we're gonna need a good old Spider-Man box. And voila! Here is the new logo that I will be using for my Spider-Man shelf. I just cut it out of one of the animated series boxes, so I just gotta tape it right there. And there we go. And you know what I'm kind of realizing now? Is that it looks kind of off-centered. Fuck! But it doesn't matter. So yeah, guys, this is the finished display. Now we're gonna quickly go over every single figure. Starting off in the back, here we have the retro carded Green Goblin. Then over here we have the retro carded Tombstone. And then over here in the back, standing on his big tentacles, we have the movie MCU Doc Ock, the power of the sun in the palm of his hands. Right in front of him, we have Razorback from the Amazon 5-pack. Also in that 5-pack, we have the Human Fly over here, and Molten Man and Silvermane. Speaking of Silvermane, the character right behind Silvermane, we have Jack-o'-lantern right here. And then right over here, standing really big and menacing, we have the movie Venom Let There Be Carnage. Carnage, that guy looks amazing. I'm glad I have him with all of his tentacles and all the tendrils. Standing in front of him, not as menacing, but we have the Shocker right over here. And then underneath Carnage, we have Morbius ready for his Morbin time. Then right here we have Sandman from No Way Home, the MCU. And then back over here we have Electro from the No Way Home. Just got that guy, so I'm really happy. I have him in display now. And then also we have Venom from the Amazon 3-pack exclusive. Then over here we have, lastly, Hammerhead and Hydro Man with his little water effects. Really love those. And then we have J. Jonah Jameson, just hating as always. And finally, we have Spider-Man, the Maximum Series Spider-Man, on a little flight stand with his web shooting effects. Love those hands. So yeah, guys, this is my finished Spider-Man display. And let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I really love how the colors pop on this display with the Green Goblin and all the yellows and the greens. And yeah, I'm really proud of this shelf. It's not my favorite, but I really, really love it. It's just the popping colors is what does it for me. And I love how I got two big characters in the corners with Carnage and Doc Ock, and I love that I have him on his tentacles. So yeah, guys, that is gonna do it for this displaying video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that you can. And make sure to go check out the new reviews. I have a bunch more coming soon on the channel. And that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.